I'm the Keystone Stitcher. Welcome back if you're returning. Today is Sunday, August 24th, and it is the recap of week 3 of my Arbitrary August. It was a good week. I don't know that I have record-setting stitching, but I'm happy I touched everything when I was able to touch it. So I have 4 projects for you today. I did not have time to stitch on my out of the apartment stitching, so you won't see life support today. My wheel decided that it didn't need to repeat anything, so I had something new every 2 days. And my Saturday wheel decided it was time to go back to the oldies. So, are you ready? Let's get into this. So the very first one, on Sunday I spun Strength. This is artwork by Nicolee Payne, charted by UnconventionalXStitch. And I went back up and started working on this page right in here. So right there. And it's really funny, if I pull this back, you can see, here's her one finger and you can see the second finger coming in. Her face looks so good. So I am stitching this on an 18 count very light pewter. It's a standard color by Zweigart. And so yeah, I'm working a lot on these browns, working on the headscarf. I did her fingernail, did a lot of the fingernail because that's still on that page. So let me put in the before of that page so you can see the progress. And I increased this, from 41.46% to 42.10%. So yeah, I love working on her, I really do. So here is, because this is getting so big, here's a before and after so you can see the progress. So next up was Only the Lonely. I know a lot of you really like this one. I love the colors. This is very different for me, but I love trees, nature, so this still, you know, when you look at the colors and you go, wow, wait, what? So this is Only the Lonely. Artwork is by Adrian Borda. It is charted by UnconventionalXStitch. I'm stitching this on 18 count, just a white fabric that I got from Amazon. The company was Cato. I think they've changed. I don't know if they've gone back to this, but the last time I went to buy this, it was not the same fabric. So I'm working down on this page right here, and you can see I've almost completed it, but not quite. My colors are getting washed out today. I'm not sure why. Those are much richer colors. I'm not sure how to... Okay, well, it's getting washed out, but these are very pink. I think once I finish this, normally I go back up to the top, but I think next time this comes out, I will just go ahead and do this page and work my way back up for something different and get more of the trunk of this in so I can see the, you know, the base of the tree. Anyway, here is that page before. And this one didn't get that much. It went from 49.08 to 50.9%. So yeah, I may not have finished that page, but I have reached the halfway point in this design. And that's fantastic. I really wish it wasn't washing out the colors this morning. Okay, well, I can't seem to get that color right. I'm recording a little earlier than normal, so maybe the lighting is just, I don't know. But, so anyway, we're not going to worry about that. You know what that looks like. The next one that my wheel spun was Night Fairy. This is by Lanarte. It used to be sold as a kit. Then you could get it in a 2-part, so you had day and night. And now I've noticed, I bought mine from Amazon a few years ago, and I noticed they don't carry it, but there are secondary sellers who do have it on the site. So I was down here and I was working on this page. And yeah, everything wants to kind of blow out today. So I did her hair. Well, I basically did most of what you see here. I filled in her face and did the back stitch. I back stitched her fingers but I didn't do all of her arm because I don't have all the stitching around it done. I did this bud and I did the back stitch right on through here. So yeah, I've been keeping up on the back stitch, and you can see where, you know, my middle page is. I'm really nervous about coming down and doing this corner because I'm going to have to make sure I line it up, and I'm real nervous about that. So I'm probably going to leave that until I get most of the page done, and then go through and measure and count and make sure that that corner lines up properly. So here's where it was before. And yeah, and then this page over here, I just have a little bit of stitching to do up in this corner, and then that page will be done as well. So I've got one page with a few stitches, a little bit, there's another bud here, so I've got a little bit more to do on this, and of course that corner, and then I just have the one page left. So I don't have any stats on this because this is a paper chart. And then we have yesterday, so Saturday. And Saturday I spun my wheel, and this is kind of funny. So the very first week, my wheel spun my oldest project. Week 2, it spun my second oldest project. Then it gave me a break and it picked a newer project. And now I'm back and it picked my third oldest project. Now, while this is my third oldest, I did restart this. So this is Masquerade. This is another Unconventional X-Stitch. This is by Christopher Lovell. And I am currently doing all of the 939, which is basically the outline of everything. So here is where I'm at. So I started with this center page. Since I'm removing the background, I wanted to make sure I had that centered. And after that, I thought, you know, it'd be really nice. I wouldn't have to worry about what to remove if I could get all the back stitch in and get all this 939 in. So for example, this here, the only stitches that are left are the ones that go inside there. So yeah, so you can currently see we have the horn, we have an ear coming in here. Yeah. So here's let me see if I can, I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna put it next. So I did some more down here, and then I did all of this and through here and finished. So I had part of the ear started, and then I did the rest. So here's the before. And this one, I increased from 4.39 to 5.64. And this design has about 5,000 black stitches in it, but it had 46,939. So I still have 40,933 stitches of 939. It's gonna take a while, but yeah, I think what I might do next time is come down here, because then I can do the face, and then go back. But yeah, I'm tempted to start filling in the moon over here, just get some color. But for now, I don't know, this was fun watching this develop. So we're just gonna keep going with it. But that is all my stitching for this week. This coming week should be a little better. The kids go back to school Wednesday, and so my son says he doesn't need me this week. So I'm done babysitting the kids. I shouldn't say babysitting, because they're basically, well, they're 11 and 14, so it's more like just letting them hang out with me. But then they have, so the following week, September 1st, is Labor Day. Can I do a little rant here? So Labor Day is, if you're not in the United States, is our national holiday where we celebrate workers. And therefore, all government offices are closed. That includes the post office, banks are closed, and schools are closed. For everyone else, instead of celebrating workers, we put on sales, and we act like it's another Black Friday. come in and buy this, buy that, and so everybody has to work. Why can't you just close everything down for one day and let everyone go home and celebrate and be with their family? I don't get it. I don't know why we have to have everything open 7 days a week. Anyway, because the kids go back to school Wednesday, they'll have class Wednesday through Friday. And then this year they're giving them both Monday and Tuesday off for Labor Day. So my grandson is insisting that he wants a sleepover that weekend. And that will be his last sleepover for summer. So yeah, there'll be one day that I might have him here. We'll see what their schedule looks like. But for the most part, I think the stitching is going to start picking up as things kind of wind down from summer. I'm not ready for fall, but you know, it is what it is, right? So that's all I have for you. I will not be back next Sunday because next Sunday will be the 31st, which means I still have one last day of Arbitrary August. So I will be back probably the 1st. If my grandson is spending the night, if he's here, then I will record on the 2nd. So depending on, you can expect to see me somewhere a day before or day after the 1st, depending on what my grandson and I are going to do. And until then, I hope you're enjoying your August. Stay cool, or if you're in the South, stay warm. And I will see you in a week. Bye.